Today's topic is...
the best game for painters.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome once again to WAYPN. I'm Cal.
I'm Sunny.
So, Sunny, what is the best miniature game for painters?
Well, I'll let this gnarled old man take it away.
Amidst the frozen ruins of an ancient city, wizards battle in hopes of discovering the treasure of the fallen empire. Many don't make it out alive, and so it has become known as Frostgrave.
Wait, your old man comes with his own theme music?
Apparently, must be the magic of
Frostgrave.
Okay, so technically we are actually pitching two games, Frostgrave and Stargrave.
For the Warhammer peoples, the equivalent would be Mordheim and Necromunda.
Sunny, can you give us the elevator pitch for Frostgrave?
You're a wizard in a magical gold rush, and you have to not die while trying to find treasure in a lost civilization. Now give us the elevator pitch for Stargrave.
In a galaxy ravaged by the last war, pirates roam through the systems. Any attempt to create an authority which will bring peace has been brutally crushed. The only way to live free? Command your own small starship and crew. Find treasure and booty any way you can.
Your pitch is a bit long.
Yeah, well, there's a reason why Frostgrave is more well known than Stargrave. Why are these the best games for miniature painters?
It's a miniatures agnostic game, meaning you can use whatever models you want for this game.
So miniature agnostic does not mean that we are starting a miniatures religion.
No, I don't think so.
So why is being miniature agnostic a good thing?
Because it gives you creative freedom. Many of us have a big pile of shame, a big pile of bits box. So you can use the bits to convert them into any model you want and be fully creative with that. Or maybe you have a Kickstarter box that you've been waiting to use all this time, and this is a great excuse to use it.
There are lots of miniature agnostic games out there. Why is this the one for miniature painters?
Well, there's not as many of them as you think, and even less of them are being played. The most common one would be D&D, and with that, you only paint one character, which is yourself. But with Frostgrave, you have to paint a warband, which is maximum 10 models.
Why is model count so important?
Well, 10 models is not as large as an entire army, which makes it easy for people to get into it. And there's a hierarchy of what you should be painting.
Okay.
In Frostgrave, you start out with 400 gold crowns and you need to buy your warband. You start off with your apprentice, maximum up to 3 specialists, and the remaining of your warband will be made up of thugs and thieves, which is free.
So you can buy other non-specialists, but the reason that you don't is because the thugs and thieves are free.
Yes, exactly. And because of that, there is a clear hierarchy of who is more important in your warband. So how does this translate into the hierarchy of painting? Your wizard is the most important, followed by your apprentice, specialist, and then thugs and thieves. Thugs and thieves are the most disposable in the game. When you die in this game, you die, and you need to replace it with a new model. So you will put the maximum amount of effort for your wizard, followed by your apprentice, specialist, and then thugs and thieves can be tabletop quality.
I will just throw in one thing. You can die. You don't always die. Some of the times you're just critically injured.
Yeah, and then you roll at the end of the game to see if you are healed, if you will, and you continue to use the existing model.
But this painting hierarchy actually sets up an interesting dichotomy. There is a couple of ways that you can go with warbands. One way is that it is just the wizard and the apprentice and a whole lot of mercenaries. This means that you'd be able to give a lot more individualistic flair to each of those characters. Alternatively, you could have it that the wizard, the apprentice, and the specialist all come from the same area or homeland, giving the idea that these are the important characters and everybody else is more ragtag join-alongs. Or finally, you could theme your whole warband.
As you can see, this game gives you a lot of narrative and creative freedom and gives you the excuse to use more models.
But it gives you enough constraint that you are not lost with that freedom.
Stargrave is exactly the same, just that your thugs and thieves are known as recruits and runners.
You have the specialists and generalists as before, but instead there's going to be snipers, grenadiers, and hackers.
And finally, the most important people would be your first mate and captain.
And you can do the exact same thing that I talked about before. Your captain and your first mate can be the focus, or it can be the captain and the specialists, or you can theme your whole warband.
And the best part about this game is that you can have multiple warbands.
But you can do that in any game.
Yeah, but the thing with this one is that all you have to do is replace the wizard and the apprentice, and you can keep whatever specialists and mercenaries that you already have going on. So you would create an apprentice and a wizard for each school of magic, and you can just switch these guys out. And you can have backup models for when someone dies in the game.
Unless, of course, you made a wholly themed warband. No one would do that. Not like I did that.
Nobody wants to hear about your JoJo's Egyptians. Don't. Stop it. Stop it right now, I told you! Stop it! You can't force people to like your JoJo's Egyptians.
I didn't say anything. Ease of play.
When I first met Cal and got introduced to the wild world of wargaming, I didn't understand a single thing he said. Statistics. This, that, more statistics. That all didn't make sense to my itty-bitty brain. Until Frostgrave. He showed me how to play the game and it was so easy. And as for a person who has never truly played more complex style tabletop games, this was an extremely easy to understand game for me to enter into.
Sunny had the unfortunate negative of being introduced to a killer GM, which made her very afraid of games in general.
Yeah, I was afraid that if I didn't get something right away, they were going to get upset with me.
However, Frostgrave and Stargrave all revolve around one thing: D20 rolls and adding a modifier. You and your opponent are having a battle. All you have to do is roll a d20. They roll a d20. You add your modifiers, and the difference is the damage done to the other model. That's it. No weapon skills charts, no armor rolls, no nothing. It's one and done.
Want to cast a spell? Roll a d20. If you fail, every 5 you fail by, you take a damage.
It's extremely simple and easy to understand. Not just that, but the game also punishes unusually cruel and vicious players. Do you get experience by killing your opponent's team?
No, you don't.
How do you get experience?
By grabbing treasure or using spells. Or completing the scenario's challenge.
Is it any different for Stargrave?
Not as far as I know.
I think we've covered as much as we can. Let's wrap up?
Yeah.
Why is Frostgrave the best game for miniature painters?
Number 1, miniature agnostic. You have creative and narrative freedom, and you can have as many warbands as you like.
In addition, it gives you enough structure that you're not completely lost.
Number 2, miniature count. You have maximum 10 models to work with.
No matter who you are, 10 models isn't too much to paint.
Number 3, miniature hierarchy.
You don't have to put the maximum amount of effort into every single miniature. You can focus on just your wizard and your apprentice, or just up to the specialist. But if you really want to, you can make a themed warband.
Number 4, ease of play. There are no complicated charts or tables or even gotcha rules.
Dogs can't carry treasure. Treasure hunters are good at carrying treasure.
Things do exactly as stated on the tin, and you're not going to get surprised by something weird.
You know what people are never surprised by?
What's that?
Our outro. Keep those brushes wet. Bye-bye. You don't want people to like my pillar men, but you're happy to put a whole outro to your damn goblin.
But goblin, good boy.
Me wonder if goblin's bones hurt. Me no like hurt. Me want warm cave. Me keep going though, through angry crackle rocks screaming at each other. Me no stop. Me find goblin. Me will. There is small lump in snow. Me run over. Hey, Goblin! Goblin is a special grot now. He turned blue. Me jealous. Now he never be kicked. Come on, Goblin. Get up, up. Up, Goblin. Goblin, come up. He's tired because of angry snow. I bring him back to a warm rock cave. Shiny Stickman come over to me. Meet now? Me ask.
I'm so sorry, friend.
He say looking at Goblin. I shake my head. Goblin friend, I smile. He pat my head and cry.
Yes, he was. I'm so sorry, my friend.
Shiny Stick say. Me Goblin hold Shiny Stickman to make the stab pain of the lonely go away. Soon he give meat.